Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Aziz Masudi back with an update on my Alpha Recording 9900 6-channel rotary mixer. I bought this mixer 2 years ago, and I did an unboxing video on YouTube. You can find that. I'll put a link in the description for you. But, since I purchased it, I've had several people inquire about how I like it. Have I had any issues? Someone asked recently if there are any bleeds or if there are any problems with the fuse on the external power brick. And quite honestly, I have really made this my primary mixer. I had the Rain MP 15. I had the Eckler Warm 2, and I also had another 4-channel rotary mixer, Omnitronics 4-channel mixer. I sold all of those and settled on this one because I figured I need 6 channels because I have 2 turntables, 2 Denons with 4 channels on those. So the 6-channel mixer is a perfect fit for me. So when I first got it, the instructions weren't clear. And on most mixers, the send and return is usually for the sound effects. And that's what I did. I plugged in the sound effects into the send and return. If you do that on the Alpha Recording, I find that you will get channel bleed. And I mean across all channels. It does not like. And I mean, on every other mixer that I've had, rotary, that send and return, that's what it was for. You plug the send and return in. But it bothered me so much when I first got this, and that's what I did. I ran my RMX 1000 through the send and return. And the Alpha Recording, this mixer has a jumper, and there's a plug, a 2-prong pin that plugs into your left and right channels on the jumper. And they say leave that jumper in so you can get your sound. If you take the jumper out, there's no sound coming out of the mixer. That's where you're supposed to plug your send and return in for your sound effects. Once I made that switch, all of the bleeds went away. I wasn't happy with the customer service as far as what Alpha Recording was doing because I couldn't get an answer. Why am I getting this bleed? And it was because I just plugged it into the wrong slot. This particular mixer does not. There are no gains on each channel. The pots are high quality, and if I'm right, I think the dB is 18 or 20, 21, whatever the gain the dBs are. They're high enough. But there are no gains. When you turn this up, it turns up. It's not like the older Rains or the older Bozaks where you can go to 3 and you can barely hear it. You go to 4 and then it starts to gradually come in. These pots kind of respond almost immediately. Once you start to turn them up, you get sound. You start to get sound. After 2 years, I can honestly say that it took probably about a month for the pots to start to loosen up. And the ones that I don't use every single time I play are still tight as a drum. And I mean, like, there's so much resistance in them that you really have to, like, you can feel it. Trying to turn the knob they're super tight. Even the ones that I use regularly, I mean, like, it's a great mixer. I haven't had any issues at all. No fuses going. I'm still running on the original fuse after 2 years. No sound issues, no crackling or any distortion when I turn a knob up or down. The meters work perfectly. The headphone jack, everything is nice and tight. And I'll say I do a Twitch show probably twice a week, and my shows are minimum 3 hours each. So and during the course of a week, this mixer gets used anywhere between 6 to 12 hours, sometimes 20 hours a week, because sometimes I do more shows. And with that type of use every week for 2 years, I haven't had any issues. It's a very, very solid piece of kit. And I would definitely recommend it. And that was one reason why I got rid of all of the other mixers. It's not a cheap mixer. It's a boutique mixer for sure. And I'll tell you, when I had the Eckler Warm 2, I enjoyed it. It was a great little mixer. But probably about 6 months in, I was getting feedback from some of the pots, just turning them up. And I'm talking about the metal pots on the Eckler Warm 2, not the plastic ones, because the plastic ones were in places that I didn't use much. I am heavy on the isolator, and that's where the metal pots were, and also on the channel faders, the channel knobs. And every once in a while, I would go to turn the channel up, and you would get that crackle, that feedback, and it was telling me that the either the pot was, being worn down, and it was only 6 months, so I sold it. When I had the Rain MP15, I was not crazy about the length of the mixer, the long part, and the throw for the isolator all the way at the top was a bit much for me. And again, only 4 channels. I needed a 6 channel mixer. And when Rain discontinued the MP, the 15, when they discontinued it, I bought it at a discount and sold it for like $600 more than I paid for it. So when I made the money, I was like, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting this alpha recording. I've seen, and I didn't even know it existed. I saw Louis Vega using it. I saw a couple of other names with it in their setup. And I was like, oh, okay, let me look at this. And when I saw the price, I was like, okay, I'm only going to have one mixer for the rest of whatever. And this is going to be it because it's got 6 channels. And it's a great investment. So far, I haven't had any issues with it. They're still selling them. I didn't get the one with the wood because I'm a wood maker, so I have it in my own case that I made. But if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. But as far as my review is concerned, would I recommend it? Yes. Is it pricey? Yes. It, it it's totally up to you what your application is going to be for. Are you going to be using it out? It's heavy, so if you're going to take it out, you better have a case. Um, it better be in something. They make it with wood sides. You might, but it's pretty, so you might not even that. You don't want to damage it. You want to get a case. I took it to a park last summer and did a 6 hour party in the park, just me and one other DJ, 3 hours each, and flawless. There's again, I have two turntables connected, two Denon SC6000, so there's 4 channels there, and I use all of my channels. So again, I'm Aziz Masudi out of New Jersey. I'm a house DJ, so the rotary mixer fits right into my schedule. I love playing on it. And that's it, people. I appreciate y'all for hanging out and checking me out for the follow up. So until next time, if I have any issues or something happens, we'll see. Until then, peace.